Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca and today we're going to do the 10 boy names that I love but won't be using. And it's not that I won't be using them ever, but the current child that I'm pregnant with is a little girl, so I'm not using them for this pregnancy, but they're totally names that I would consider using in the future. If you haven't been here, I would love for you to subscribe. I'm currently pregnant with my second child, so I'm documenting pregnancy, and I also document just mom life and baby and pregnancy over on my Instagram, so that'll be linked below. I'd love if you guys would come and follow me over there and come chat. But let's get into the names I love and won't be using this time. Quick, I did do this with my first pregnancy, so if you check below, I'll try to remember to link them, but I did also do a names I love and won't be using for both boys and girls last time I was pregnant, and I also have my girl one up already when this goes up, so I'll link all those below if you want to see a ton more baby names. Hopefully I don't repeat too many, but I really don't remember what names I said in that video, so we will see. Alright, the first name on here is the name Rhys, but the spelling would be the Welsh spelling, which is R-H-Y-S. Ironically, Rhys is seen as a girl name, I feel like, by a lot of people, but it originally was, I think it was originally a surname, but also it was used for boys way more often, and if you go to somewhere like Wales or England, I'm pretty sure it's still used for boys like very, very, very commonly. So I'm not crazy. It's kind of my guilty pleasure name. If Glenn would go for it on a future child, I think that Rhys would be one of my very top names that I'd love for a boy. It was number 442 in 2020, and the meaning is ardor. If I said that right. The next name on here is Oakley. This was a top contender with Hayes. Glenn really liked that name a lot, so I think it'll stay on our list for a future boy just because he really liked the name. The meaning is just oak wood, and it was number 441 in 2020, but I think it's gotten really common again for girls because it is more of a unisex name, but I personally like it for a boy. The next name on here, I know I said this in my last video because this has always been a top contender. It is the name Beau, spelled B-E-A-U. It is number 132 in 2020, and the meaning is handsome. Beau was a very top contender for Hayes, and I think it would still be a very top contender for a future boy, so it could end up being used. Honestly, it was between Beau and Hayes, and then we went with Hayes, so I think like next time I have a boy, it'll be between Beau and something else, and we'll have to see what we go with. The next name on here is Asher. I love the name Asher. The meaning is happy one, and it was number 43 in 2020. I don't know what it is about it, but I love this name, and I actually think I found it mainly through a show. I watched the show How to Get Away with Murder a couple years ago, and there was a character named Asher, and I feel like that's where I really got introduced to the name, but there's something about it that, I don't know, I really love it. I love that for a boy. The next name on here is the name Colt. You could go with Colton and shorten it, but the meaning of Colt is just a young horse, which I'm sure you guys know that. It was number 210 in 2020, and I just think it'd be a really cool name. I think it's very masculine and manly, and I like simple names for boys, if you can't tell by the ones that I've given you guys. I just like them to be kind of simple. The next name on here is Brooks. I also love the name Brooks. It is number 109, and the meaning is just of the brook. So a lot of the names I like don't have very cool meanings, but I think Brooks is another short, simple, but still like masculine kind of name for a boy. The next name on here is Gage. I really like the name Gage. I feel like that might have been on my list for Hayes. I can't remember. But there's something good, again, about just a short, simple, kind of manly sounding name to me that I really just think sounds really good. And I think it would also go good with Hayes. The meaning is oath, and it was number 413 in 2020. The next name on here is Knox. The meaning is round hill, and it was number 241. Knox is another name that I discovered through TV. We watched Dead Poets Society when I was a freshman in high school, and I loved the movie, by the way. Loved it. But there was a character in it named Knox, and I'm pretty sure that's where I got introduced to the name. I'm pretty sure I probably told Glenn that I liked it, and he probably told me no with Hayes, but I really like the name Knox. I think that's a really cool name for a boy. I think it's still pretty unique, but not weird, and that's definitely what I like. I like it to be not the most common name in the world, but I also don't want it to be like weird and people don't know how to say it. And I feel like Knox is like simple and to the point. The last name I'm going to do today is the name Forest. I know this was not on my list with Hayes, but for some reason, it's a name that I've liked recently, Forest. I don't know, I think I'm getting a lot more into nature names, and I think that's a really cool nature name that still can sound very manly and masculine, where a lot of nature names to me are very feminine. So this is one that I think would really go with anyone who does like floral kind of names. Like if you have a little girl named Magnolia, I think you could have a boy named Forest and they would go together. The meaning is dweller near the woods, and it was number 491 in 2020. Alright you guys, so that is going to be it for today's video for my names I love for boys but won't be using on this pregnancy because I'm having a girl anyway. If you didn't check it out yet, I did do a girl one. I'd love for you to check that out, and I also did these with my last pregnancy, so you can definitely check them out if you want to. Also head over to my Instagram and chat with me over there. But that is going to be it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time.